Chair. Morning. I've been listening intently to all of that. I'm not convinced we've got yet to the answer that several people are seeking. I think a comment first and foremost. You talked about the kind of planning framework and what you want to do going forward. And you said, Sasha, without a planning framework, we've still managed to achieve some outcomes, and you cited getting £2 million for research as an outcome. Personally, I don't think a 2,000% increase in cost is an outcome, and I think it's really important you get that framework in place so you can tell us what I think we've all been in seeking, really, which is what is it you are aiming to do. Because actually we're in a position in government where in 6 weeks' time we're going to have a new government led by a new person with new ideas, and they're going to be sitting down in the DFE and in other departments and saying, right, how do we get the best value for money in these services? We know things like FE don't have the funding that they need. So I'm interested in what your pitch is when this new Prime Minister sits down and says, well, why don't we just put the money from all of these commissioners and quasi-governmental bodies into FE and fund it properly? Isn't that a better route to social mobility to fund public services rather than adding layer after layer of bodies that can talk about things and publicise things but not do things? So I'm interested in what your pitch is to this new Prime Minister.
I mean, I would just say on one side note to that is obviously that, yes, you know, we're talking about a significant amount that's going into research there, but at the same time, you know, in my school, our kind of annual budget is 12 million. So, you know, the whole commission would do a sixth of my school. So in that sense,
but I think that the point of the question is, I've not yet, from this discussion, figured out what it is you're trying to do. And if a Prime Minister sits down with you in 6 weeks and says, right, I'm thinking of putting all this funding into early years and into local government and into FE, because I think that's a better use in terms of supporting social mobility, what's your pitch to him to say, no, keep this commission?
Well, I think, I mean, first of all, you have got to look at the amount of money that they'll need. I think if a Prime Minister said, I would take all this money and I would use this to make a significant difference to social mobility, and we could take it, we could put it all together, and the student premium, for example, if you did that, we costed it at roughly 160 million. Our budget is 2.5. So if we could pull all the commissions together, get rid of every government commission, but in return we will give you the best FE system ever that will make a significant difference, I think everyone would say, thank God, go ahead and do it.
Fair. All right, I shall make that recommendation. Thank you, Chair.